Thank you. Good morning. Great to be here. Great to see so many people at AFPIF. As Fergus mentioned, whilst I work for Meta, volunteer for PeeringDB as well. So here to talk about what's new in PeeringDB since AFPIF last year. Quick question for the room. Great to see so many people here. How many people do not know or do not have a PeeringDB record? Raise your hand. Good, only a few. So that means hopefully most people in here have a PeeringDB record. What we're going to talk about is going to be fairly easy on the updates, but if you don't have one and you want some stickers and want to learn about why you should, come find me afterwards and I'll be happy to chat. Now I see what Patrick was talking about on the clicker earlier. So what is PeeringDB? I think everyone probably knows, but it's a kind of free, community-based non-profit that's a database of internet exchanges, of networks, of data centers, and a number of other aspects. From this morning, when I was just grabbing the stats for the slides, you can see from here, we've got, kind of in excess of 1,100 internet exchanges on there, over 5,200 facilities, and in excess of 28,000 networks. So it's really a valuable source as a peering coordinator, as a network operator, as an internet infrastructure operator, a resource to use. As I mentioned, PeeringDB is volunteer-based. So there's a number of different committees that support this, and these are your points of contact if you need support using the platform or have ideas for the development of the platform. You see the committees on the screen. There's the admin committee, which kind of deals with support issues, administrations, new IXs that want to be added, and the operations committee that support keeping the platform going. The outreach committee, which I chair, which is outreach into the community using it. And then the product committee that drive the features and the development on the platform. You can see on this slide, and they'll be shared, there's contact details for the committees. If you want to help, if you've got an idea, please reach out to those chairs and those groups, and they'll be happy to talk. Maybe I'm getting for the admin committee, support tickets is something that's valuable and something we care about. You can see here from the two graphs that, particularly on the right, the number of support tickets we've got have been going up, which is expected. More people are using the platform, that's great. But we've been trying to keep below the SLA of resolving tickets within 24 hours. The admin committee is based follow the sun, so around the world to try and always make sure there's someone awake and people aren't needing to be woken up to help and answer your questions. We're looking for volunteers. The admin committee, particularly for anyone who speaks languages other than English, would be super helpful. The platform's available globally. Clearly not everyone's first language is English, so we're always trying to add that support. And for the operations committee as well. It's a small group, but any experience with running containers or running kind of services which are designed to be available 24/7 is a plus. Please reach out to the stewards group. Again, these slides are shared, so you'll see that email address. And they'll be able to follow up. So for what's new in PeeringDB since last year and since we've spoken, we've got a carrier object now. So for any network operators in the room who operate as kind of carrier networks, this is a new kind of pillar of data besides the other existing ones we talked about. So internet exchanges, networks, and it's really to indicate you can supply layer 1, layer 2 links between data center facilities. So it's useful as a network operator. You might be trying to buy from facility A to facility B. You might want some indication of who could supply that service to you. And this is where the carrier object comes in to support that. It's also built into the API. So for anyone who's doing systematic queries against PeeringDB, can also get these details built into their tools and have that functionality added. And as it says here, we're controlling the admin operations group still sets up and approves new carriers in the platform. But once you're set up as a carrier, you're free to make changes and add as you want. Okay, thank you. Aha, so there we go. Now you can see it in action. I can work the clicker now. Once you've got the carrier object, you can add it by going to the manage section in your organization object. You can, add the presence, and we've also written a blog that talks about this in more detail. But if it's something you think you'd want to use and you're not using it already, come talk to me. Happy to talk about more details, happy to get your request in and get you set up for that. Another new object, we're looking at campuses now. So if you're a data center operator with multiple facilities that you class in the same geographic area, and you can maybe buy an easy cross connect or other service to get between the two buildings, we're now able to offer and added the feature for a campus within PeeringDB. It's not well defined yet in terms of size. Different data center operators have different density on what their campuses operate in for the number of buildings. But like I say, it should be the idea of you can connect cheaply between those buildings. And the facilities must operate to belong to the same owner. Again, it's built into the to the API, with campus being the key. And campuses generally, as it says here, shown with just 2 or more members of buildings. But hopefully that's a feature that people find useful. Happy for feedback again on that. We also have been looking at data quality overall in PeeringDB, and we talk about how many people are in there, but we also care about how accurate the data is in there. We've been taking an import from the IXF JSON and enabling that, and you can see here we've got some stats for number of IXPs in Europe and how we've been handling that data and how many have got that enabled. So really, if you're an internet exchange operator and you want to signal to us networks and what their configuration details are, so IP addresses, this is your mechanism to do that to help improve that data accuracy. Finally, we're sponsor driven. It's not for profit. There is a slide that hopefully comes up in a moment. Thank you to all our sponsors. This is, like I say, it's volunteer based, it's community driven. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. All the logos are up there. And so thank you to everybody who supports. And at that point, thank you. Any questions? Might have taken Fergus's line there and panicked him. If, like I say, if there's anything you want to know about PeeringDB or you're stuck on an issue or you've got an old ticket, come and find me. I have the flowery shirts. That's what my reputation is. So just come hunt me down. Happy to chat, happy to talk.
Thank you, Ben.